Okay, blah, blah, blah. Cool story, bro. Need to get some more light over here. Hopefully this might work, I think. And then this should work. There we go. Dang, that light's bright though. What up, Joel? Good to see you, man. Good to see you. I need to dim that light. Need my coffee. Do I have a coaster? Oh. Welton Landon. I haven't heard of that, Joel. Good to see you, though. I have not heard of that fragrance. Let me put some stuff in the air. Zara Wanted by Night. Is that Eau de Parfum? Was busy all day. You're the first live I went into today. Appreciate it, man. I promised everybody I'd go live tonight, so you know we're gonna go live. We're gonna make it count. Boom, 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 boom. We got a lot of new pickups, man, and a lot of stuff on the way to finish out the year. 2026 is gonna be stupid. That's such a good smell. EDP, beautiful. I like it. I like that choice. Oh my gosh. Joel, have you smelled this, brother? This is as old as you, so have you smelled this? I absolutely love this, man. I hear you. I hear you. Doom, 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 doom. Yeah, it's good, man. It's an incredible cheapie. It's like it's what Dracar Noir should have been, but it's crazy because you get like these little reminiscence of like its structure is Dracar Noir, but the top notes are all like it reminds me even a bit of like the Cool Water top, but then it's super green too. So it's almost like Cool Water, Polo Green, and Dracar Noir top notes into a Dracar Noir bass. It's good, man. I think this might be the best cheapy fougere I've put my nose to. Such a complete fragrance. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Got a lot of new pickups, though. Got a lot of new pickups. Got my first Uttar. Tabac Dore. Got my first Uttar. Stuff's insanely potent. From Bortnikov. Getting some crazy use out of that. What are your thoughts on city rhythm fragrances? Which ones would you suggest and which ones to stay away from? I'm going to be honest, Donald. I'm not the best city rhythms guy just because I haven't gotten into the whole house yet. A lot of the stuff I've tried from city rhythms has been third party from people who have recommended, not even recommended. I've done a lot of collab reviews with people who own city rhythms fragrances. And I really want to sit down with the whole line at once. That's why I haven't gotten into certain fragrances. I've only smelled about three so far. And especially since City Rhythms, the two owners split off and then one guy just made that new group. It's called some kind of Geometry, I forget. But because of that split off and stuff, not knowing whether who's got the better juice, the guy who broke off and made the new brand or the original guy who kept City Rhythms, I've been taking my time before I get into a discovery set of those. So I'm not the best reference for what are the best City Rhythms fragrances. Probably your best reference point for City Rhythms is going to be Mica Fragrance or Kicks. They have a lot of City Rhythms, but I don't want to point you in any direction because I don't believe strongly in the house yet. But actually, Micah recommended a City Rhythms just last episode. So if you go back into the episode I dropped like 2 days ago, there's a snowman on the front. It's like 6 cold weather bangers. Micah recommended one City Rhythms in there. But in terms of as an entire house, I'm less familiar with City Rhythms. I'm very familiar, but less familiar in terms of smelling their fragrances. Yeah, yeah. Micah Fragrance has a lot of City Rhythms. Kicks has a lot, and then Micah recommended. Micah recommended Martha's Vineyard, I think it's called. But even the city ones like the Miami, the oh man. Yeah, I don't want to recommend them. They're just ones that I know people have talked a lot of good things about, but I'll be reviewing an entire discovery set of City Rhythms in January. So really right around the corner. As soon as Christmas is over, I'll be going through the whole house for you. Do you recommend Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue Intense? Yes. Well, let me say this. I only recommend Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue Intense if you need to have light blue. If you like the light blue DNA and you're asking me which light blue should you get, I think if you're ever considering Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue, you have to get O Intense because regular light blue smells good, but it has the worst performance ever. So if you want the light blue DNA, then yes, get the Intense. But you can also go into the other not flanker, but the other fragrance, Dolce & Gabbana Forever. And that one has a little bit more personality. It's the same kind of citrus blast, but it has a lot more swag, a lot more personality, and the performance on it is way better. Its star note is grapefruit and citrus. But yeah, if you want that super light, airy citrus, then yeah, get the Intense version because you'll get about 2 hours extra performance out of it for sure. I ordered the Kingdom because you said it was a banger. You never steered me wrong. Hey, Michael, have you smelled Kingdom yet? Did you actually get your nose on it? By the way, guys, let me know your scent of the days in the chat. As you can see with my shelf currently, here's my new fragrance library. I'm my full curated top 100 or whatever. This is my weekly rotation. And so I would show you all this, but it kind of looks weird unless I super zoom out. So this angle with the artwork and everything's a little nicer on the eyes for you guys. You haven't smelled it yet. Yeah, honestly, you got to try it. I mean, you are going to try it, but you got to tell me what you think when you try it, because as you know, I've been less involved in the clone industry lately. I have actually a lot of clones coming in just for the sake of review, but Kingdom sits above a lot of them. I mean, gosh, Kingdom is easily probably within the top 30 best clones ever made, and it's a 10 out of 10. It is an absolute 10 out of 10. I mean, they completely nailed the profile. It doesn't feel fake, it doesn't feel cheap. The longevity is insane. It is just the perfect fragrance. When it comes to nighttime, fall, winter, anything evening, anything romantic, that thing just goes and goes and goes and does not stop. What will be your 24th and 20? Oh, what will be your December scent of the day? So Christmas scent? I don't know. I haven't even thought about it. But I'm really leaning towards Midsummer's Dream by Roja. I don't have the actual, I don't have the actual Roja bottle for it because I gave it to Kix. Because he really wanted the fragrance. I was like, well, if you just split the juice with me, you can have the bottle. But so this is the actual Midsummer's Dream because I decanted it. But Midsummer's Dream seems like the perfect Christmas fragrance. So what I'll probably do is like Christmas morning, because there'll be like pancakes, crepes, bacon, egg, sausage, maple all in the air. I'll probably wear a green fragrance to cut through that. So I'll probably go with Midsummer's Dream. But Christmas Eve, when it's just Christmassy and there's no real presence of like sweetness, then I'll probably go into something sweet. I mean, Kingdom would be excellent to wear at Christmas. Actually, you know what? I take that back. I'll probably wear Kawa because I would never wear Kawa in any other scenario. And Kawa in the morning, Kawa on Christmas Eve morning would actually be super appropriate. We might go Kawa, which is crazy. When you look at my collection, as crazy as my collection is, the fact that I would grab Kawa is kind of nuts. But I would grab it because I would never wear it any other day of the year. Scent of the day, Hawas for him. Banger Fresh, you just got it. You also said it's good. Yeah, it is good. Versace Hawas Ice is just a step above. Yeah, Joel, but I mean, that really means nothing in the fragrance world. To guys like us, when we say Hawas Ice is better than Hawas for him, we don't wear either, It's like, even if we did, it's like, when's the last time you wore Hawas? So it's to people who are in that area looking for Hawas and stuff like that, is there a bad Hawas? No. You're going to enjoy all of them, truthfully. So I used to make it a point to tell people Hawas Ice is better, but now I don't even tell them that unless they ask me, because I mean, the Hawas Ice is only as popular as it is off of the backbone success of Hawas for him. So that's something to take into account. It's the OG for a reason. It's outsold Hawas Ice. Ice hasn't even beat the original. We'll see over time. But yeah, I don't even get into that discrepancy anymore unless I'm asked. I also ordered Kafu, which is a dupe of Allure Homme Blanche. I know how much you favor it, and my favorite Chanel is Allure Homme Sport. Will I be disappointed? Is it that good? I don't know, man. I can't speak on Kafu because I've never smelled it. Well, if I say Edition Blanche is really good, and then you go for a clone, that completely takes everything off the board, because you cannot use the clone as the basis for the real thing. You can't smell that and be like, no, you know what? I won't really like Edition Blanche because I smelled Cafu. You can't do that. You have to smell Edition Blanche. Now, is there clones that compete with Edition Blanche? I haven't smelled any yet, so I can't speak on Cafu especially. So I don't know. You might be disappointed. You ever smelled Dylan Purple for women? Yeah, I did. Yeah. In fact, I almost got it just to put in a giveaway, but somebody snagged it from me. What are y'all wearing for Christmas? I'm really interested. You know, Quercha would not be a bad option either instead of Midsummer's Dream, because Quercha is a very, very super, I mean, it dang near smells like a Christmas tree. Yeah, I mean, it smells like a Christmas tree. I might wear Quercha for Christmas Eve. I got to get my ombre back from my mom. Which Bleu de Chanel is the best and why? All of them. Every Bleu de Chanel is the best. Don't think through it too hard. The EDP, I believe, lasts the longest. The Parfum smells the best. The EDT is the brightest, but they're all good. Les Exclusif is the worst, but to men 35 and up, it is top tier. But it's more of a dark red take on Bleu de Chanel. So yeah, I don't think you lose buying any Bleu de Chanel. I just reviewed the Bleu de Chanel EDT, and I was shocked how good it is comparatively to the EDP and Parfum, because Bleu de Chanel Eau de Toilette is more watery. I get this very like watery, dewy experience, and it's like very bright and pristine, and I really appreciate it for that. The EDP is just like the good, solid performer. The P is, you know, rich and deep, but we're talking such subtleties. They're all still great. Either wearing Halfeti or B612. Yeah, those are great. I mean, B612 is a beautiful kind of modern fougere. Halfeti is great. Those are great choices. What's good, Alex? Good to see you, man. What's y'all scent of the day? What did I wear today? Oh my gosh, guys, you know what I wore today? Hey, Joel. You'll love my scent of the day today. Check this out. Where is it? Oh, here we go. This sucker is so freaking good. I have to, and I mean have to, buy a full bottle of this. This is it right here. I mean, the performance on this fragrance is stupid. Oh man. God tier juice. A scent from heaven. So dang good. That was my daytime scent, and then my nighttime scent was this one right here. This was just as good. Such an oily fragrance, though. Yeah, such a freaking oily fragrance. Gosh. All right, let me catch up. Incident Diplomatique is on the way. I'm excited. I think it's my Aventus. It's not Aventus by any stretch in terms of DNA. But I mean, I guess I could see some vibe resemblance. It is a great fragrance. You will like it. It's very not mysterious. It's very eclectic. It's like an eclectic take on an Aventus. Churgy, yep. Yeah, dude, Churgy is incredible. Beauty of Scent says, have you tried Ferragamo Bright Leather? I have, and I have. What's not to love about this? Scent for Christmas will be Joe Malone's Cypress and Grape. Hey, listen, if you want a tip, if any of you are looking for Joe Malone's, every Friday and sometimes Saturday on the Whatnot app, there's a seller called Beauty Luxe, and they sell full-size scratched testers, so they're like beat up, but they have 100 ml, they haven't been used. They just call them scratch testers, and I've seen them all go for under like 35 bucks. They're all 100 mils, you know, all designers. But they have a lot of Joe Malone. So if you're ever interested in getting Joe Malones and you don't mind them being a little bit beaten up and still getting your 100 mil, you can snag up Joe Malones for 25 bucks all day. I was so up in Aventus. I got a 1 ml after all the clones I bought, and I just wasn't impressed. Understandable. There is a such thing as being Aventus fatigued. Thinking out wearing Bond number 9 New York Forever for Christmas. Hey, go ahead. Definitely wear that. I rocked Angel Share on the rocks today. And see, I rocked Angel Share. Oh, Angel Share. I rocked vodka on the rocks. So Angel Share on the rocks today and went with Loam EDP to check out the Christmas lights. Oh, YSL? YSL? I'm traveling on a plane for the first time with fragrance bottles. Any tips? Don't bring fragrances. Oh my gosh, don't bring your fragrances. You might get them taken away from you. I mean, I think you can get away with these. But if you are, man, I would individually seal each of them. Like, I would put one in a Ziploc bag, roll it up, and then put that in another Ziploc bag. You know, basically roll up all these individually and try not to bring more than like 2. But wrap them up and seal them, man, because like that's like the #1 places that fragrances leak is on airplanes and trains because of the pressure. So I hope you don't lose your precious juice, man. If I'm traveling, I bring 1 unless I need a 2 occasion. I'll bring a day and a night. But typically, I'll try to bring a fragrance that can be worn in the day and the night. You know what I'm saying? Valentino Uomo, Givenchy Gentleman Boisé, Versace Eros, Bleu de Chanel. You know, stuff that very easily can carry you throughout the day. That way you only have to bring 1. You know, even put some tape around the front of the nozzle. That way it's forced to not leak. No, I mean, not really. I mean, to me, I get good performance out of this. I mean, it definitely is not stellar performance, but I could get 6 hours out of Bright Leather. I'm already at half a bottle. Bright Leather, I mean, a lot of people sissy spray. They hit themselves 4 or 5 times. You can't hit yourself 4 or 5 times. You got to go like 10. You go like 10, sit outside for a second, let it all calm down. Off 10 sprays of this, I'm going 6 hours. Easy. Easy. You know, it's a lighter, brighter take on like a blondish leather. So you got to up spray with something like this. But yeah, I could go 6 hours easy with this. I love that fragrance. My favorite recent Ferragamo is definitely spicy. This, you guys saw my video on this about vanilla and spices, but this right here for grown men, honestly, the whole leather line is good. The original leather, bright leather, spicy leather, red leather, they are all phenomenal. Eventually, I'm going to own all of them. Right now, I own red, bright, and spicy. But this is just such good juice, man. My gosh. Oh yeah. Hey, so speaking of YSL La Nuit de l'Homme, and speaking of that auction house on Whatnot, I got 100 ml of La Nuit de l'Homme for 25 bucks. It'll be here, I think, on Christmas. La Nuit de l'Homme, 100 ml for 25 bucks. What up, everybody? What's up, everybody pouring in? What up, what up, what up? Which Ferragamo is that? Spicy leather. Spicy leather. Easily the most mature, probably the best in the lineup. To me, it's better than red. It's better than bright. It's better than original. Yeah, it's probably the best one. Probably the best one. It isn't the most wearable because it's spicy. It leans fall, winter, or evening year round. But my gosh, is it good. Have you ever tried Burberry Hero Parfum Intense? Yeah, I reviewed it. Honestly, Burberry Hero Parfum is just as good in my opinion. Which seller is that on Whatnot? It's Beauty Luxe. If you look up the scent bubble on Whatnot and look at who I'm following and search beauty, it'll pull up Beauty Luxe. Follow them. Every Friday they sell open box testers that have been beat up. So, you know, they might hold the bottle up and it might have some scratches on the label or something, but they're all 100 ml, never been used. And because of that, they start the auction at $1. And it's not that known yet. So any designers and even some niche are all dollar starts there. So like for 100 bucks, so this is just a culmination of 5 bids I won. For 100 bucks, I got 100 ml of La Nuit de l'Homme. I got 100 ml of Spice Bomb Extreme. I got 100 ml of Spice Bomb Infrared. I got 100 ml of Dylan Blue. And then I got 100 ml of, I forgot the 5th designer, but I got all that for 100 bucks. It was crazy. But I've even seen like, what was that little yellow brand? Wilhelm. They sold a Wilhelm like morning chest for like 70 bucks. They're all dollar starts though. They start every auction at $1, and they have multiples. If you like Jean-Paul Gaultier, every Jean-Paul Gaultier, and some of the stuff's not scratched. Some of the stuff looks brand new, and it's all dollar starts. It's incredible. You know, sometimes a fragrance might sell for like 50, 60 bucks, but it's still like half off of retail, but it's always $1 start. So as long as you just hang out for like an hour and get through some of the more aggressive bidders or whatever, you can walk out of there with Spice Bomb, Givenchy, Versace. I got a jumbo 6.8 of Versace Eros for 11 bucks. 100 ml. Can you describe Aventus Absolute in layman terms? How is it different from the other Aventuses? I can't go into full detail because my Q&As are supposed to be a lot shorter. But if you remember that Mario game, like, you know, after you beat a certain amount of levels on Mario, you get those bonus stages. Well, there's that bonus stage where, like, if you look at this phone screen, right, it's cut into 3 sections. So on the top section, there's like spinning items, middle section, spinning items. So it's like, might land on a mushroom top. Then you try to land the face and then the base, and then you get like extra lives if you match the star with the star, or the mushroom with the mushroom. So why the heck am I bringing that up? With Aventus clones and the various Aventuses all sit on a spectrum between Versace Eros Energy, which is the most juvenile. In the middle, you have Aventus Cologne, Aventus, and Aventus Absolute. And then on the top, you have Nishane Hasavat. This is your pineapple spectrum. And so, and then you have all the clones. And so all of them have a different top, middle, and bottom. And sometimes they have similar tops and change out, you know. So for example, Versace Eros Energy has a super bright pineapple top. It has no smoke and it has woods. So super bright pineapple, dry, woods, and it's a candied bright pineapple. Aventus Cologne is a more serious pineapple, dry woods, not that much smoke with oak moss. Aventus Absolute is a mature, bright pineapple top, smoke in the middle, a lot more smoke, and then the woody, birchy oak moss experience, but it's mostly woody. And then when you get to Nishane Hasavat, you have a mature candy pineapple on the top, a little bit of smoke, but not that much. And then you have a woody base, but now there's a serious ramp up in oak moss. So in the base, you get way more oak moss than the Aventuses and the Energy. And then the clones all fall on a spectrum. So some clones smell like Versace Eros Energy, some smell like Cologne, some smell like Aventus Absolute, some smell like regular Aventus, some smell like Hasavat. So all of them are between. Some in the middle might smell like a little bit of Versace because it has a bright pineapple top, but it smells like Absolute because it's smoky. And that would be something like Armaf Club de Nuit Peugeot, or some of them have a lot of oak moss in the base, so it smells like something between Aventus and Hasavat. Now explaining Aventus Absolute, it's like Versace Eros Energy in terms of that bright pineapple top, but it's a little more mature. You have a lot more smoke. It's very smoky, and then you have like a woody base. Still has a little bit of oak moss in there, but it's mostly cedar and birch. So the difference between Aventus Cologne, and Absolute is the most smoky. Cologne is the most everyday wearable no matter what the occasion because it's lighter and crisper. And straight up Aventus is just like, it's just like Absolute, but not as smoky. It's still kind of smoky, but it's like middle of the road smoky. So super smoky, a little bit smoky, not smoky at all, a lot more versatile, somewhat versatile, mostly a fall, winter, or nightlife or executive CEO type of fragrance, colder weather with a breeze is Absolute. But I absolutely love Absolute. It's probably the best Aventus that's come out in a long time. But you don't have to own Aventus Absolute because Club de Nuit Peugeot did a heck of a job. To me, this is the closest out of all the clones that smells like Aventus Absolute. And during Christmas, you should be able to snag this up for like $35. And when I say smoky, you know, don't think anything too crazy. It's got a little incense smoke kick, like a little liquid smoke to it, but it's still that super bright, lush pineapple that a lot of young people would like. I think kids shouldn't really get into Aventus. Like kids, like if you're under 20, just buy clones because they're more juvenile for Aventus, or get Aventus Cologne. I do think kids could definitely rock Aventus Cologne because it's lighter, it's brighter. You know, a kid wearing a real executive bachelor fragrance just looks off. Like they know your mom bought your car. They know the most bills you've ever paid was maybe your cell phone. Like it has too much chest hair on it. But If you're north of 25, Absolute Aventus is a great option. Unless, you know, you want the most versatile Aventus, then just go with Aventus Cologne. Is there such thing as a 1 ml decant giving different interpretations or vibe than a full bottle? Yeah. Yeah, dude. I mean, I'll give you a prime example of this. I was smelling Day 3 fragrances Discovery set months ago, and I was like, yep, I am going right now, and I'm going to go buy Bonnie, and I'm going to go buy Ambar Dominicana. I went there for the first time, met Michael Paul. All their fragrances are out, you know, in their splendor, full, 50 ml, but jumbo bottle atomizers. And I was just, he's like, spray them all. So I sprayed them out of the big bottles as opposed to their little 2 ml, decants. And gosh, when I tell you, when I sprayed Trace Oros out of the big bottle for the first time, it was like so mesmerizing. The fragrance was just like it's like I sprayed it and then like a superhero appeared. Like it was so much warmer and radiant and fuller than coming off the tiny little, test strip or and even like spraying it on skin. I think if you're using like a 2 ml, it'd be good to like spray more than one spot on your wrist, like spray your whole arm or something, or even get a little bit of it in the air to like really get like what a 100 ml squirt would feel like. Pause. Um, Anyways, my point being, I walked in there thinking I was gonna get Bonnie and Ambar Dominicana, and after spraying them all out of the full bottle, I had to buy Trace Oros first. Now, I eventually did buy those other fragrances, but it showed me that there's a big difference sometimes between spraying out of a full atomizer. So I do have Sutton Place in a 3 ml, and I do like Sutton Place. It's a good fragrance. Is it the same vibe as putting it out of a giant bottle? I think Sutton Place is such a iffy kind of fragrance because there we go. Douse your whole upper body in it so like it's really in the air and put it on skin and clothes and see how it sits down because that'll kind of give you a better idea of if it's worth it to buy Sutton Place. I do know several people who own Sutton Place. Ultimately, I didn't pull the trigger on it because I think the new Eau de Ombre leather is just way more versatile than Sutton Place. I feel like Sutton Place, you kind of have to either be like in real estate or a lawyer or a judge or like an East Coast professional corporate type of situation because the leather tint is a lot more darker, whereas Eau de Ombre leather, it's still serious but has a lot more daytime versatility in different job places because the leather is cut a little bit smoother. So I think Eau de Ombre leather is like totally beats out Sutton, but Sutton is really good. Like I definitely have considered it and wrote it down. Um, Figured out how to build a collection without breaking the bank. Yep. Can you recommend me a creamy sandalwood vanilla fragrance? I'm not really good with sandalwood, bro. I'm not really that good with sandalwood. Honestly, the only thing I can say about sandalwood, because I'm not the biggest, like, I don't like fragrances that just like sandalwood's the star of the show. I don't mind sandalwood, but I think sandalwood is best as like a supporting actress role to a fragrance. I would point you to a few fragrances. I'd point you to uh, uh, um, Day 3 fragrances, Delmar, Day 3 fragrances, Bonnie, I would point you to a lot of stuff from Acqua di Parma, such as Colonia Pura, Fico di Amalfi, Blue Mediterraneo, any of those. What else? I think even Herba Gold has sandalwood in it. Yeah, I think you'd really love Del Mar. Del Mar from Day 3 Fragrances, I'm pretty certain has a lot of sandalwood and vanilla in it that I know of that's really good. Start there. What do you think of Toomey 19 Degrees? I don't like the Toomey line. I have not found a fragrance from Toomey that I would buy. A lot of my friends love Toomey, and a lot of my friends send me a lot of Toomey fragrances. At this point on my channel, I've reviewed like 10 of them. I have not found one that I would buy. Now, with that being said, I haven't said that all of the Toomeys are trash. It's just, do I love it to the extent of buying them? No. I actually think that the Bentley line has more complete sense than Toomey, because Toomey seems to be going after kind of like the modern gentleman, you know, the clean cut professional man that works a 9 to 5 and just wants to smell like a man. And they bring you different variations of fougere, modern fougere, herbal, citric, oddball kind of stuff. And Bentley does that exact same thing, but I feel like most of the Bentley line is absolute fire, with the exception of like Silver Lake is trash. I don't prefer Bentley Intense, I prefer Bentley OG. But if you talk about like original Bentley for men, Bentley Infinite Rush, Bentley Unlimited, Infinite Unlimited, Bentley Azure, Bentley Black Edition, Bentley Absolute, like those are all killers. Whereas with Toomey, I feel like the average person loves like one or two Toomeys and then doesn't prefer the other ones, and I don't like any of them. Does Peugeot have the same smoke? Yeah, I mean, I feel like Peugeot is like 95% close to Absolute. Like Absolute just feels a little bit more refined, a little bit less loud, but that's why a lot of people prefer Peugeot, because it's louder. Like I believe you can get more performance from Peugeot than Absolute. But in terms of their scent profile style, they're only like 5 or maybe 10% different than one another. You will, on the dry down, think you're wearing a Ventus Absolute, 100%. It's one of the best clones out there. Amouage Reflection 45. Good. I do like it. Do I have a bottle of it? No, but I do like it. Have you tried any clones of Benadir fragrances? I haven't, no. Everything you've, well, send me something, Rana. Send me something. Have you tried Latafa Mashrabia? No. The recent clones that I have picked up, and I have a lot of clones coming in this week, is Ramad Oriental, which is the Amouage Outlands. Oh, guys, since you guys are with me, you guys know I always leak the secret leaks on my lives, so I'm going to hook you guys up. I have a clone coming in of Goldfield and Banks Indigenous Ginger. It's not even out yet. It is from Dubai, from Arabiat Prestige. It's a brand new release. It doesn't drop until after Christmas. It should be here for me right around Christmas. I'm gonna review it right away because no one's reviewed it yet. No one even has it. But Arabiat Prestige just came out with three like all-star clones. And this is secret information to you guys, so no one really knows this yet because it hasn't been announced. Oh, I'm so sorry. Can you guys hear me now? Can you guys hear me now? Yes, in the chat. Okay, cool. Sorry. Yeah. So the 3 new releases coming out of Arabiat Prestige, which is easily crawling into my top 3 best clone houses out there, is they're going to be dropping 3 new releases. They have a Dior Homme. They have a 2025 Dior Homme Parfum clone that smells amazing. They have an Azzaro. They have an Azzaro Wanted Elixir coming out. Smells amazing. And then they have their Goldfield and Banks Indigenous Ginger clone coming out as well. So I have the Indigenous Ginger coming in. I have so much Dior, it's not even funny. And I have Azzaro as well. So I didn't feel the need to pay the big ticket price to get those first. So I just got the Indigenous Ginger one. So that'll be really good. That comes in. We'll drop that really soon. But I have the Connect. If you guys are trying to get them, I can tell you the whatnot seller. I could tell the seller who's looking for it, and I can get you guys in where you can get like the lowest prices on them, so you don't get like an inflated online price. I can say, hey, I've got 5 guys coming over to your whatnot, hook them up with a good price on your 3 new, you know, because this guy works directly with Arabiat Prestige out of their warehouse. I was really lucky to come across that. So that's a clone coming in, is the Indigenous Ginger. I have some other stuff coming in. You know, a lot of people have been wanting me to do the Fahad Gaze and, you know, the Gucci Guilty Elixir stuff and a lot of the Riffs stuff. I just haven't felt the desire to. A lot of people have good reviews out for them. I don't find those scents to be like, when I bring you guys clones from this point forward in 2026, I'm looking for God tier clones. So like for me, another clone that I've received that you guys, most of you guys haven't even heard of, is Nael Oud. And a lot of you guys, if you have heard of this, you see nobody talking about this. This is the best YSL tuxedo ever made. It beats out Tarathi Brown. It beats out the Elegante series. It beats everything out by Fragrance World. This is incredible. It actually like really, really, really goes toe to toe with Tuxedo, and it has all that good spice. That was the main, you know, beats out Kismet and all that. The problem with a lot of those clones is they smell good, but they're not Tuxedo. They're not spicy enough like Tuxedo. They have the vanillic spice, mysterious ambery kind of touch, but the spice doesn't feel 3D. It doesn't feel real. There's always a stopping point of synthetic. This is Tuxedo, and it lasts forever. Such good. This is God tier clone juice right here for YSL Tuxedo, and nobody talks about it. So I'm trying to acquire the best of the best when it comes to clones. Here's another one nobody talks about. And a lot of it just comes down to I have a little bit deeper bag of access than a lot of people. But like this Arusat Al Garb, no one talking about it. No one. Go look it up. Here, I'll let you screenshot it. This right here is Paradise Garden. You know, as much as I tell people I'm only into Jean-Paul Gaultier Le Male Elixir, and that's, if you have that, you don't need any of the other ones. I still look out for you guys. I look into, you know, the Jean-Paul Gaultiers, and I look into the Valentinos and all that stuff, and I make sure I find you guys the best options for them. This is the best Paradise Garden, no question. So I'm still, you know, even though you guys know me, I'm so unbiased. You know, even stuff I don't like, I still am going to get you guys the information that you need. And so I came across the opportunity to find the best Paradise Garden. And I was like, okay, it's time. Let's look for it. And I found it. It's this one right here. You want Paradise Garden? Go pick this up. You can get this for like 20, 25 bucks. Lasts forever. Cool bottle. You know, one of the coolest bottle presentations, 100 mil. Very affordable. And no one's going to have this but you. You know, and Paradise Garden, for what it's worth, is a good smell. You know, as a 37-year-old man, Am I wearing Paradise Garden? Not so much, but maybe we'll give it away to one of you guys. Have you ever tried, let me get down to the bottom of this. Gucci Bamboo, your thoughts? I haven't tried it. Haven't tried it charged. Between Creed Absolute and Naxos, which one would you choose for a luxurious scent? Absolute Aventus every day of the year. Every day of the year. I'm going to be real with you guys. I'm not a Naxos guy. Xerjoff Naxos sucks to me. If I want tobacco and vanilla, I've got about 5 fragrances I would wear before Naxos. I think the thing with Naxos that's so appealing is a lot of people struggle to find really good tobacco scents because the good tobacco scents cost north of $300, and so they're just, and it never comes down in price. Like when you look at Ormond Jane, you know, tobacco intenso or whatever and stuff like that, like you're just never going to come across that for a deal. So you have to spend, you know, big bread to get good big tobaccos, and people are really only used to like designer tobaccos. You know, if all you've ever tried is like Tobacco Vanille and Le Male Elixir, then getting into Naxos is going to feel like a wet dream because you've really at that point never smelled niche tobacco and vanilla. And Tobacco Vanille is not really niche. You know, it's very McDonald's. Nobody would put Tobacco Vanille in their top 5 or even top 10 tobacco vanillas at the high level, like at the collector level. A lot of everyday people would, but it's just because that's all you own. So I think the appeal with Naxos is getting into a Xerjoff fragrance, number one, saying, hey, I have a Xerjoff. Number two, it's one of the smoothest handlings of tobacco. So that's another kind of like instant, like happy place feeling because you're like, wow, the tobacco is so smooth. But though I have higher requirements of my tobacco and vanilla. In fact, this $40 fragrance to me is better than Naxos. You want a tobacco and vanilla like that is God tier? Lalique Ombre Noir. A little bit of vanilla, lots of tobacco, real tobacco, drenched in cognac. Smells exactly how it looks. What's different about this is truly what Tobacco Vanille should have been. The vanilla scaled way down. They put all these green top notes so that it's just super bright. For a tobacco fragrance, this just wears so smooth and so alcoholic. You're just, somebody poured cognac all over you after you just got done smoking the finest cigar. It's ambery, but then there's cool stuff in it. Like there's lavender, there's myrrh, frankincense and myrrh, there's bergamot, there's papyrus, there's mint. Like this beats Tobacco Vanille and Naxos with ease to me. And you can get this for $40. That's just my personal opinion. Now, does it smoke Naxos? No. In fact, some people would say that even what I'm saying is blasphemous. But to me, I would wear this 100 times more than Naxos. Now, other tobacco vanillas that I think you got to get into. This isn't really a tobacco vanilla, but it smells very Naxos-y. And that's Initio's Absolute Aphrodisiac. It's a pure vanilla fragrance, but instead of tobacco in the base, it does this animalic, castorum. It's an animalic note. It's one of the smooth. I also believe that when you get into animalics, you have to spend a lot of money because you have to be dealing with a fragrance house that has like the best ethical way of giving you an animalic smell. You cannot deal with cheaps, fillers, and synthetics when it comes to animalics. That's why when you try to smell a red tobacco or an ombre leather clone that's like $10 at TJ Maxx, you want to go kill yourself because they're using just basically dog turds to create that stuff. But Absolute Aphrodisiac is the smoothest dry vanilla. The animalic acts like a leather, or acts like a tobacco backbone, somewhere like a oud for greatness level mysteriousness under the vanilla, and it's very Naxos-y in style, and it kills Naxos. Montebaco Intensivo from Ormond Jane smokes Naxos. I know I'm missing like some serious hitters. Tobacco. By Killian Straight to Heaven. It's rum and leather, but it's a similar kind of Naxos romance vibe that smokes Naxos. I mean, honestly, there are fragrances within Xerjoff's line that are vanillas that smoke Naxos, but it's kind of like a cult classic at this point. I don't diss it. It's just when I finally put Naxos on, I went to Neiman Marcus, I doused myself in Naxos. And a lot of people have tried to tell me like Naxos sucks in the opening, but once it dries down, that's where the magic happens. I didn't get the magic. I did one of those stupid things where, like, Jeremy Fragrance will spray himself 100 times with Sauvage and then the video just ends. I did that. Like, I sprayed Naxos on myself like 12 sprays or something because I was like, I want to see what the hype is about. I want to walk around radiating Naxos. And the entire day, I thought it was a really good scent, extremely smooth, very nice, but I wouldn't want a 100 ml bottle of Naxos. It doesn't excite me. A vanilla fragrance to me should radiate. It should be exciting. And I just didn't really get excitement. I just felt like I was wearing a good fragrance. Am I gonna drop 200-300 retail or even the discounted price of like 185 for Naxos? No. I'm gonna find somebody who bought Naxos, realizes he made a mistake, and then buy it off of him for like $100. That's the only time I would buy Naxos. Now, if you want to talk about some legendary Xerjoffs that I think you should own own Casa Marati, which is Xerjoff Mephisto Gentili Uomo. Amazing Xerjoff. More Than Words, amazing Xerjoff. Louis XV or whatever, great Xerjoff. Herba Gold, great Xerjoff. I'm not going to get into the Torinos or the 40 knots and all that because those are controversial. Lyra, amazing Xerjoff. Yeah, I need to catch up on chat. Have you tried any J fragrances yet? No, I haven't. You should send me some, Waleed. Loved Lalique Equus and I want to step it up. Is there any higher end fragrance that has a similar DNA? Yes. If you liked Equus, sorry, I have to get into my Rain Man sometimes when people are asking me questions about DNAs. Yeah, if you want this at niche quality, there is a fragrance, I want to say it's Incident Diplomatique. It's either Incident Diplomatique or not Remember Me. 21 Conduit Street. Look up 21 Conduit Street or Incident Diplomatique and look at the very bottom on Fragrantica and it says this fragrance reminds me of. Whichever one of those two fragrances says this fragrance reminds me of Equus, that's the niche upgrade from this. Smells just like this, but another element of like posh, pristine quality. And that's the closest upgrade from Equus that you're gonna get. Another 13 Santal 33 Jazz Club or By the Fireplace. Which one is blind by among these? I mean, none of them. I mean, the political answer is the Santal 33, but I truthfully don't think Santal 33 is blind buy worthy. It's the most diverse it's the most versatile out of all those fragrances. But you know how many people have texted me and said, "Hey man, I don't know what the heck the hype is about Santal or Le Labo. What the freaking hype is. This stuff smells like, you know, expensive multi-purpose cleaner." It's been a lot. Some people absolutely love it though. I know women absolutely love it just because it's clean and fresh, but I don't think any of those are blind buy worthy. In fact, Jazz Club, By the Fireplace, Another 13, and Santal 33 are probably some of the most controversial, polarizing fragrances in Fragcom. People either love or hate those fragrances. How do you find these auction houses? A lot of research. And then also just me being in Fragcom, I know perfumers, I know fragrance houses, I know people all over the country, I know people all over the world. In fact, you guys are about to see in 2026, I'm about to do some insane stuff when I launch my membership program. There's going to be like, you guys are going to have like personal access to like perfumers and like crazy stuff. Just trust me, man. I find these auction houses through a ton of good sources. You have every fragrance in the world. I have a lot of them. I find my mind going to Absolute Aventus. When I smell the deep dry down of Sutton Place, am I going crazy? No, it's just that kind of grown man, you know, idea. I mean, they're different fragrances, but vibe check, I could see how you could connect that. Leon. Hey, everybody shout out Kyoto. What's up, Leon? Good to see you, brother. Hey, man, this is what we do. Fragrance Q&A, man. Ask me a question. Try to throw me for a loop. What's your favorite amber scent? Oh my gosh, there's so many. There's so many. Let's hunt. So, I'm trying to find like exclusive ambery scents. So just touching on before, Lalique Equus is grapefruit, amber, and vetiver, but this is solely like a modern fougere take on amber, grapefruit splash, but toned down with very mature vetiver and amber. Amazing amber fragrance. Ombre Premier from Javoy. I don't have that. I loaned it out right now. Oh, Serge Lutens. Ombre Sultan. This is a amber chocolate patchouli scent. Very resinous, very deep and rich, but super radiant ambery. This is the king of sex appeal. You want to go to a date and the chick you're going on a date with is like 5, 10 years older than you, but she's smoking and you want to look her age. You wear this to put some chest hair on you. That is unapologetic romantic man juice. Ambers, ambers, ambers. Bentley for Men OG. This is amber and rum. Very good. Amber and rum. Let me double check to see if amber is in danger. Where's my computer? Another one is from the house of Santa Maria Novella, and it's called Ambre, A-M-B-R-E. If you're looking for like a linear amber fragrance, that one's very nice. Danger Roja Parfums. I forgot if they put amber in this fougere. I'm going to look it up. I don't think they did, but I want to double check. Nope. Nope. Ignore my danger recommendation. See, I just rebuilt my whole shelf, so I don't know where everything is off the top of my dome right now. Matiere Premier, Ensan Suave, amazing incense and amber fragrance. This is another nighttime killer, just pure masculine romance. This is like a vintage classic. If you like things like Wulong Cha and stuff, this is a tea and amber called 125 Years Your Companion for Life by Victorinox. You can get this for like 20 bucks. Amazing amber tea type scent. Yeah, yeah. Just trying to think if there's any like standout ambers. Nope. Okay. Back to me. Yeah, honestly, it really depends. Like if you're into ambers and you're a woman, no question, I would recommend Ambra from Santa Maria Novella. So it looks like this bottle. But right here it says Ambra, A-M-B-R-E, same house, and it's a red bottle. And in fact, I have it, but I gave it to my mom. She has it right now. It's very unisex. That's why, you know, I have so many fragrances. You know, I built a library for this. But yeah, Ambra, like in terms of like pure amber fragrance, if you need something a little bit cheaper, Ombre Premier is very beautiful amber fragrance. It's somewhat creamy, somewhat powdery, got a very Dior Homme Intense feel. Like how like imagine Dior Homme Intense with that iris, that creamy buttery iris, but remove the iris entirely and use amber and do the same thing. And that's Ombre Premier by Javoy, Jovoy. Javoy Ombre Premier, A-M-B-R-E Premier. On discounters such as Olfactory LLC and Joma Shop, you can get that fragrance for like 120 bucks for the jumbo 100 ml bottle. And that is a stellar amber. And that's one of the best unisex ambers. Ambra from Santa Maria Novella is a little bit feminine leaning as an amber. Another beautiful amber fragrance, but it's more vanilla dominant. It's more of a caramelized vanilla. It's amber and vanilla, but the feeling comes across like a buttery amber vanilla. And that's obviously Maison Francis Curtijan's Grand Soir. How many sprays of Jean-Paul Gaultier Le Male Parfum? Infinite. You don't count when you're spraying that fragrance. Le Male Parfum, personally, I'd say 5 is reasonable. Any amount is reasonable with Le Male Parfum. You know, if you're outside, shotgun. If you're inside, you know, 4 to 6. Keep it P. Is your wife as into fragrances as you are? I keep getting my guy into cologne, but he's happy with his 2 cents and his eyes glaze over when I walk into Sephora and start testing scents. Well, let me tell you like this. So is my wife up? Hold on, let me go get my wife. Okay, so my wife, shout out to Miss Bubble. My wife is not into fragrances, but I want to tell you something that's been happening. So, my wife is not into fragrances because she doesn't like them, but my wife's very routine. So when my wife gets into a routine, it's very hard for her to be like adventurous in things she's not interested in being adventurous about. So with fragrances, it's like I love YSL Libre, for instance. Why would I wear anything else? you know. And it's just she's very simple in that way. And so, but let me explain the theory behind why I think she hasn't like gone full swing, and then I'll tell you where she's at today as opposed to years ago. So, my wife is the type of person where she'll go shopping maybe once a year, once every 2 or 3 years even, and she'll just go get everything at once. It could, because she does not want to go back into the store trying on fits, trying to find what she likes. She's indecisive if she's not regularly around there. So she likes to like fully invest into it, get everything, get all her shoes, get all her outfits, and be never have to go back again. And it's kind of the same thing with fragrance. Like the idea of her like sifting through fragrances and like going nose blind and trying to figure out like, do I even like this or do I like it right now? Like women are very indecisive in that way in general. So it's like only a woman who is very familiar with perfumery is most of the time like, just give it all to me. You know what I'm saying? But with that being said, like all that aside, what I've slowly done with my wife, and I think every woman's different with this, because I know plenty of women who love perfumery. If you guys look on my channel, I interview women. I have women on my game shows. Like, I want people to see a woman's perspective on perfumery. And matter of fact, just to like keep it solid with you guys, like if you look in part of my fragrance library, like I've curated and dedicated a women's vintage section. So like if a woman's ever over here, I could show her, like my wife bringing guests over, obviously. I could say like, here are my GOAT tier vintage women's scents. And I have tons of them. And I even have sealed, you know. I could send them home with a bottle, you know. And so I curate a women's collection of stuff I think's the best stuff. I've got stuff from Coty. I've got stuff from Balmain, Roger and Galley, just a lot of stuff, Alfred Sung. And so what I do is I find every once in a blue moon, like once every 6 months, I'll give my wife like 5 to 10 fragrances and I'll just run her through them. Try this, try this, try this, try this, try this. And anything she even kind of likes, I take note of it. See, y'all got to study y'all's wives. Or y'all got to study your woman. You need to know how to speak to your woman, how to get information. I give my wife stuff very sparingly here and there, and I take notes and take notes and take notes. And then I curate some stuff. And then I'll just, in the morning, I'll leave a fragrance on her shelf and just say, hey, don't worry about it. I had extra, like, I don't let her know, we didn't buy it, whatever. I just say whatever. Hey, listen, I came across this fragrance. A fan sent it to me, whatever, right? And I'll leave it on her sink. And I've specifically curated it for her based off the little notes I've taken on any of the times we talk about fragrance. And I see the things that she likes about my own fragrances, such as like Gucci Guilty Elixir. She loves it because she loves that soft, powdery, musky vanilla, which is why a fragrance like Drake's Summer Mink, women like that because women love clean musk and they love vanilla. And I'll put one bottle a month on her shelf and I'll swap it out. So she's got like 2 or 3 go-tos, and then she'll just wake up to a new bottle next to her shelf. And then every month I'll swap it out. And the way I figure out if she likes it is if I take it a month later, she's like, what did you do with that fragrance? If she complains about it, I'll be like, oh, it just went back in my library. I'll get it back out. Yeah, no, I was just starting. She'll never say she likes it. She'll say, I was starting to try that one. You know, I want to try it a couple more times. And then I know she wants it and then she keeps it. So I've been playing that game with my wife for like a year and a half. And let me show you the progress. I'm going to go show you guys her collection. And I do all kind of stuff. Like I'll put niche on her cabinet. I'll put vintage. I'll put independent niche. She's asleep. That's the only reason I can't talk too loud. But just watch this, guys. they're on. Sorry, guys. Hold on. Okay. Hey, KK. Hey, it's okay, buddy. Here, get your Henry. Can I show you guys my? Huh? All right. Good night, buddy. All right, sorry for all that nonsense. It probably looked like the Blair Witch Project. But anyway, so as you guys can see, you know, through doing that little game with my wife, she now has like, you know, like little 20 fragrances. And she still hasn't told me that she loves them. But I know she does. Because my wife is very decisive. She'll tell me from rip, I do not like that. So the fact that she's keeping them around, I know she loves them. What is the best? I'm trying to get a gift for my boyfriend. Okay. So Yaya, she said best vanilla amber for a guy. If you got him Ombre Premier from Javoy and get it on Olfactory, go on Google and type Olfactory LLC. Go to that website, type Ombre Premier or Javoy, look it up. You could probably get that fragrance for like $120. High niche level stuff. Like we're talking, you'll be addicted to it on him. And if you can't find it there, then just Google the fragrance. Ombre Premier from Javoy. God tier. He will, no question. He will love it. You will love it. You will love it. All right. Tarathi Brown is a tuxedo dupe, not YSL myself. Yeah, we established that. Tarathi Brown, Kismet, they're all tuxedo clones. I said Niall Oud is the best tuxedo clone. Yep, I never want to wear La Mala Parfum for Christmas. Probably not. I see the Polo Safari behind you. It's Ralph Lauren. Well, I guess it's the same thing. And it's a great smell, but apparently you're fine with the fact that as soon as you let go of the atomizer, the scent is gone. No, not even. I'm going to keep it real with you. On my skin, I just wore this 3 days ago. When I packed this on. I put like 6 sprays, 8 sprays. This will last my whole shift. I mean, if you're going outside, I haven't really battle tested it outside, but in an office, I work with seniors and clients and stuff like that. In the office, when I'm doing conference meetings and all that jazz, this thing radiates off me for at least 6 hours. So I get about a half hour per spray on this. It's not weak at all to me. I mean, especially for eau de toilette, that thing spanks. Niall Oud, Tuxedo, and Niall Queen Baby Cat are both bangers. Yes, thank you, Ricky, for clarifying for him. I heard that if you have a Ventus Absolute, there's no point of getting Sauvage Elixir. Is that true? No, that's not true at all. Sauvage Elixir is very much kind of a licorice, fresh, spicy scent. Slightly sweet, super fresh. Kind of a bad boy scent. And Absolute is like bachelor CEO kind of corporate office in the corner in Manhattan type of scent. So for me, they're not redundant at all. Now, do you need both of them? Absolutely not, but they don't smell like anything similar to me. What's cracking, Ricky? Good to see you, brother. Yeah, there's 26 people in here, only 15 likes. Hit the 3 dots right here or right here, and then hit like the stream, please. That it filters out the trolls for me. Kids should rock Fahrenheit so they can grow some chest hair. Listen, if kids wear Fahrenheit, they will get more than chest hair. Take that with a grain of salt. So what would you say the best tobacco fragrances are? I don't want to say what the best tobaccos are because I'm currently going through a deep dive with tobaccos, but Ombre Noir from La Lique, incredible tobacco. Montebaco Intensivo, incredible. Zaharoff Signature Tobacco is very nice. Lamal Elixir, very smooth, nice, soft powdery, lavender-based tobacco vanilla. Very good. Those three right there are very nice. Do you have any comments on Chanel Chance deodorant? No, I don't speak on deodorants here, but Chanel Chance is very good. Your thoughts on Mancera? Oh, Amberful. Whoever was asking about the amber fragrance earlier, if your man is young, like 30 down, we're not talking grown man business here, he might prefer Amberful. Ombre Premier is going to be more sexy. Mancera's Amberful, he's going to get 20 ml more juice, so it's 120 ml for about $100. Niche level, super upscale casual amber. So it's a grab and go, dumb reach, everyday, beautiful, personalitied amber. If you want him to have more of a date night seduction amber, then you have to get Ombre Premier. But if he needs the everyday dumb reach, I wear it everywhere and smell good, then Amberful from Mancera is a great amber. Leathery Castorum, smooth and sexy, love it. Okay. Do you have a messy fragrance? My son does. He loves messy. What up, Saint? Your top 5 Creed fragrances: Absolute Aventus, Millesime Imperial, Royal, in no order at all. Absolute Aventus, Millesime Imperial, Royal Oud, Bois du Portugal, and the 5th spot I reserve to think on until 2026 is up. But those 4 are legendary. Just looking at Equus on Fragrantica. There you go. Grapefruit Vetiver Amber. Hope all is well, Scent Bubble. Oh, Leon, I need to match your name with your user. I need to call it a night, but I'm glad I could catch the stream. Thank you for showing up, Leon. I hope you have a good night, brother. Favorite sandalwood? I don't have a favorite sandalwood yet. Tobacco by Aaron Terrence Hughes. Yes, very good scent, but most people can't get it because for a full bottle it costs like $300 start price. Layer Latava Camera Red Tobacco. I hate red tobacco, but I'm glad you love it. I'll throw in a question for you. Favorite winter scent right now? I don't have a favorite, but I'm loving right now in terms of winter bangers. I've been busting it all out because, you know, Arizona doesn't get a lot of winters. I'm wearing Ombre Sultan. I'm wearing Bulgari Man in Black. I'm wearing Trace Oros. This is my curation. I'm wearing Straight to Heaven from By Killian. I'm wearing Slow Explosions from Imaginary Authors. Herba Pura, Herba Gold. I'm wearing a lot of vintage. Cacharel Pour La Homme. Boss Bottled Descent Magnetic. Ferragamo Spicy Leather. La Lique's Ombre Noir, La Lique White and Black, Lamal Elixir, Aventus Cologne, Aventus Absolute, Paradise Garden, 1 Million, Gucci Guilty Elixir, Musk Therapy, Absolute Aphrodisiac, Angel Share. I'm wearing it all for winter. Favorite animalic? Not my favorite animalic, but one of my very favorites is Absolute Aphrodisiac from Initio. I just think it's one of the best treatments of Castorum I've ever smelled. Yeah, phenomenal. Your reviews on Angham and Kamarkawa, look them up. They're on the channel. What up, Brady? Have you tried Halfetti? Yes, it is amazing. Which budget house do you think has the highest quality ingredients in their fragrance? I think you never know, but in terms of discount pricing, I'm a big fan of Javoy. Javoy retails over $200, but discounted prices are always $130 and below. Roja Parfum Cologne series. So we're talking Enigma, Fetish, Scandal, Danger, Elysium, Vetiver. Any of those, you can get those for under 140 bucks. Mancera has a lot of great fragrances, but they do deal a lot in synthetics, but they do very well with their synthetics. City Rhythms as well. Day 3 fragrances. All some pretty good hitters. 8 and Bob, great house. Uh, uh, yeah, those are the ones that come to my mind right now. Is OG Teriyaki good? Nowhere near as good as Teriyaki Intense. 2 completely different fragrances. Best Roja perfume to get? It depends. How old are you and what's your budget? Shout out Brazil. It's some real dedication. When I have my collection and my wife, I'm going to do that. Yeah, you should try it with your wife. A little bit goes a long way with women. How is that Gucci Guilty Elixir? Incredible. Even the Gucci Guilty Absolute that just came out is fire. I prefer Elixir. It's more versatile. What are your thoughts on Narciso Rodriguez Blue Noir? I only advocate for one Narciso Rodriguez in the Blue Noir collection because there's 4 of them. Blue Noir Le Parfum. The Parfum version is the best, no question. Don't get the EDT, don't get the EDP, don't get the Intense. Go with the Parfum. And you can get that for about 40, 50 bucks right now for 100 mil. Are you a financial advisor? Yes. I know it's not scent related, but you said you work with seniors and clients. Yes, I am in, I do work in retirement planning space. So that deals with all things investment management and insurance. That's one of my jobs. Anyone try Mancera Fig Me Up? Fig Me Up is okay, but if you want a really nice fig fragrance, I'm saying go with Acqua di Parma's Fico di Amalfi. Beautiful, fresh fig fragrance. Also, Aqua Allegoria Forte Neroli Nerolia Vetiver from Guerlain. Those are 2 incredible fig fragrances. Not much out there will beat those in terms of fig fragrances. Tried Sultan Vetiver and Majority Vetiver fragrance for the first time, but wife shut it down. It's a no-go. Yeah, I mean, those are heavy vetivers. If you wear Roja's Vetiver Parfum Cologne or Vetiver Sensuel from Mancera, those go very well. Those are I think Vetiver Parfum Cologne from Roja is probably the most wifey friendly vetiver you can find. And if that doesn't work, which would shock me, I've never not been complimented with that scent. You can always play it safe and take the vetiver forwardness out of the fragrance and put it in the background and go with something like Elysium from Roja. You can get the Elysium Intense or the original Elysium Parfum Cologne right now from Roja off of Olfactive LLC for 120, 130. Terre de Hermes Parfum versus Guerlain Vetiver versus Tom Ford Grey Vetiver. Which one and why? Easily Grey Vetiver. I'm 30 in banking and I would like a more masculine leaning, not old man. Grey Vetiver, no question. Get the EDP, not the Parfum, and not the EDT. Grey Vetiver, Eau de Parfum. If you are in business at all, collared shirt, slacks, suit, blazer, anything working class, professional, or corporate, and you want to smell like you need a promotion and you need to be the guy with the corner office, or you need to be in management, or you want to be the leading sales rep or whatever, this is the scent. This is the most easy to wear, instant confidence, instant bravado, instant professionalism upgrade to a fragrance collection. When you wear this, it is soft. It's a very soft scent bubble. You are the cleanest man in the room, the most professional. I always say this fragrance is the guy that steps out of an all-white Bugatti or a gray Jaguar, something like that, something real player, something real vintage James Bond. But this smells super modern. You're not going to smell like an old man. You're going to smell like a rich modern man. And this you can get for like $100, even off of like Amazon. The EDP Gray Vetiver from Tom Ford is the quickest way. The moment you spray it, you will just instantly want to go make money. Hey SB, I haven't put my nose on Lalique White and Black. Does it have a mentholic vapor rub smell like Leighton? No, and that's why I like it. That's specifically why I think White and Black is better than Leighton, because it smells just like Leighton, but it's fresher and there's no medicinal quality to it at all. I always thought Leighton smelled like medicinal cherry chapstick. Apparently that's just me. But Lalique White and Black takes all that like mentholic texture out of it and just makes it super fresh. And because of that, it's a lot more wearable. It is amazing. What up, Mike? What was that fragrance from Calvin Klein that was a better, darker version than Bleu de Chanel exclusive? It was Calvin Klein Encounter. Go ahead and take a screenshot of it. And for any of you guys wanting the new Bleu de Chanel exclusive, Calvin Klein Encounter. If you want something, this is a little bit closer to the skin, probably only like a 2-foot scent bubble. Man, that's so good. If you want more, something a little bit louder, then go with Cod Lodge Shiaka Blue. Smells just like this, but much louder. But if you want it to feel like Bleu de Chanel exclusive, get Calvin Klein Encounter. Top 3 summer fragrances as of this week. Aqua Allegoria Forte Neroli Vetiver, no question. Any of my fougères, so Aramis Havana, Aramis New West, or Cacharel Pour l'Homme, amazing right now. And I've been wearing a lot of Fico di Amalfi from Acqua di Parma. And surprisingly, Maison Francis Kurkdjian Aqua Media Cologne Forte. This is killer, but you got to be a man who's comfortable wearing a feminine leaning scent. Women, for some reason, this just has such a high compliment factor. If you want a fragrance like this, but feels more perfectly unisex, go with Aqua Universalis Cologne Forte, I believe. It looks just like this, but it's the blue one. Recently got Armani Attitude. It's amazingly similar to Back to Black. Okay, nice. How is the projection on Tom Ford Gray Vetiver and how many sprays? I load Gray Vetiver on because it's not high. It's not a high performer, and that's exactly why I like it, because when you're in corporate or you're dealing with clients, they don't want somebody whose fragrance is screaming across the room. They want to walk by you, and when they shake your hand or give you a hug or walk by you, they want to be like, oh my gosh, what the heck is that? So Tom Ford Gray Vetiver is very much like an arm's length of projection, you know? So this right here, all of this is your scent bubble, and anybody that comes and interacts with you is going to be like, whoa, this dude smells rich as crap. And so I spray a lot. Like I'll do 10 sprays of Gray Vetiver easily. I don't even count with Gray Vetiver. With Gray Vetiver, it's just like cover every part of your body, go stand outside for 60 seconds, and then get in your car and go about your day. And if I'm wearing Gray Vetiver, I'll throw it into a travel spray as well, because after my work shift, when I get off, if I'm still needing to go do business outside or something, then I'll load back up and hit myself another 10 times to hold out for the last 8 hours of the day. check your inbox on those Electimus samples. They should be there. I will check. Thank you so much. I'll go check tonight. SB, I was watching some of your older reviews and you were saying CK Defy is good, and I haven't heard you mention it in a while. Was wondering if you found something else in that wheelhouse that smells better. There's a lot of stuff that smells better than CK Defy. It's CK. You know, that's like saying, you know, SB, you said a while back that CK1 is a masterpiece. Have you not been mentioning it because other stuff spanks it? A lot of stuff spanks CK1, but it's still a masterpiece. You know, we always have to keep in mind the budget of things and the limitations of certain fragrances with certain budgets. With Defy is one of the best super budget friendly, clean cut vetiver fragrances that you can wear as an upscale casual. It's not playful at all. It is a moderately serious, super versatile, everyday errand runner. And it's one of the best treatments of vetiver in the 25 and less price point for the designer category. It works for everything. It's not a fragrance that has signature appeal or some kind of wow factor, but you will smell really good, really clean, and really confident wearing that fragrance. And that's it. There's a ton of stuff better than it, but in its price range, if you really want to upgrade, you have to move on to like any of the Bentley line. Bentley Infinite Rush, Bentley Momentum Unlimited, Bentley Black Edition. All those are a little bit of a step above, but it doesn't mean that Defy can't compete. It's just Defy isn't really like a wow factor fragrance. It's just like Defy is like kind of like Bleu de Chanel in the more serious category. Bleu de Chanel appeals kind of to teeny bop girls and older women. Defy kind of just appeals to the 25 and up category. And it's not a blue fragrance. You know what I'm saying? And thanks, Shan. I'll definitely check for the Electimus. Yo, SB, what's poppin'? Scent of the day is Mont Blanc Starwalker. Beautiful, clean scent. I love it. Starwalker is like the Platinum Egoist of the Mont Blanc line. Have you had a chance to try Nishane Ambra Calabria? There are a few, but I haven't tried it, and that's one of them. I just tried Papilla Fico and already wanting to get a bottle. Honestly, when it comes to Nishane, I haven't tried very many fragrances. I've tried all of the most popular. So I've tried Wulong Cha, Hasavat, 100 Silent Ways, Ani, EG, and there's one other one I'm forgetting. All of the main ones, but all of the off-beaten path Nishanes I have not tried. Also, SB, you should sell your decants of your collection. That would be fire. Look out in 2026 because I have something really cool in the decant space that will be, will scratch that itch for you. Hey, we got to the bottom of the list. Hey, I'm going to go take a piss. Make sure you guys put any of your last minute questions down below. When I get back, we're going to answer all the last minute questions and then sign off for the night. I will be right back. And no, I have not tried Cargoose from Nishane, Kenneth. Be right back. Okay, let's answer these questions. Thoughts on Taxco SB compared to the other dupes? Kismet is better than Taxco. Taxco at retail price is around $20, but really the power of Taxco is that in TJ Maxx you can snag it up for like 10 to 13 bucks. If that's all you have, it works. But the upgrade from there is Kismet, which is $20 from Maison Alhambra. The upgrade from there is 25 bucks by getting Afnan Tarathi Brown. And then the $30 to $40 price point upgrade to get the best clone of Tuxedo is Nayal Oud from Arabiat Prestige, which you can get for between 25 and 35 bucks. And this is the best Tuxedo clone. So it's amazing. You know, Taxco, you're paying like 15 bucks after tax. You might as well double that and get the best clone. This smokes all the clones below it of Tuxedo. But if you're a kid, you don't really want exact one-to-one Tuxedo because it's going to be too spicy for you. So like if you're under 20 years old, I would just go with Tarathi Brown or Kismet by Maison Alhambra. Taxco is cool, but it's not that cool. How many sprays of Javoy Incident Diplomatique in the office? Everybody's skin has been different in my experience with that fragrance. It really depends on how big the office is. Like if there's 10 or less employees, I'm gonna bring the fragrance, sit it in my console of my car, and I'm gonna spray it like 4 times and see how I smell the projection of that fragrance. If you have your own office or you're walking around and stuff, 4 will be nice. But if you have like, if you're employed where there's like 20 to 100 employees and there's a lot of people around you, I think you can get away with like 5 or 6 sprays. But I think a good early on is to, instead of spraying on top of your clothes, you know, when you have your wife beater on, you know, spray around your neck and your arms and stuff like that, then put your shirt on, because then it'll muffle the projection a little bit and you can kind of control the sprays in that way in the office. But I would start small and start inside your shirt and then build out from there. It's always a science game, you know. Got any Fougere recommendations? How old are you? Diamond, how old are you? And then I'll know which kind of Fougères to point your way. You grab any Fragrance du Bois yet? I don't like any of the ones I've tried. A friend of mine has like 20 Fragrance du Bois, and he came over about a year ago and let me try them all. I did think a lot of them were good, but like it's crazy. Almost every Fragrance du Bois he showed me, I had a clone that I was like, yo, this kind of smells like this. And then he'd smell it and he'd be like, oh my gosh, that's crazy. And I was just like, man, it seems like Fragrance du Bois is like a clone, a niche clone house. Because like 90%, and I mean, I smelled a lot. Like I probably smelled like, truthfully, like 10, 15 fragrances from him. He had full bottles of everything. And everything he had, I had a clone that I felt smelled like the same thing. So I haven't found any Fragrance du Bois that's bottle worthy yet. Throw some recommendations in the comments section for later. I'll definitely pick them up. Starwalker's reminding me a little bit of Lalique Pour Homme Equus here and there. Not the beginning, but near the dry down. I could see that. I mean, because Equus is like a grapefruit vetiver amber. And Starwalker is like a woody aldehydic bergamot fragrance. So it's a similar structure. I mean, Starwalker is a lot cleaner than Equus. Equus is a lot more ambery and radiant and fruity, but I could see the resemblance. Like it'd be a very stripped down version of Equus. Masculine Plurel from MFK is great. Even Gentle Fluidity Silver. I think Masculine Plurel though is more Fougere. Tom Ford Fougere D'Argent worth it, or another niche. If you can get your hands on Beau de Jour, that would be great. What's your thoughts on the DNA of Tabacalore? Great. If you can get some Dior Tabacalore, I mean, there's a lot of fragrances and clones and stuff that you would never even need to consider anymore. If you have Tabacalore, like like it'd be hard for a tobacco and vanilla fragrance to beat it, so you'd wear it all the time. It's really good. Really signature scent worthy. And women love Tabacalore. I don't know if it counts as Fougere, but what's Jit? It's late. I don't know what JIT is. I don't know what that's abbreviated for. Do you have anything recommended that's uplifting and refreshing, like why EDT? Why? When you talk about refreshing scents, I think about Montclair La Corday. I think about Wulong Cha. I think about, if you want to talk like radiant, this has made me the most happy wearing. So if you want to talk about mood lifter, Guerlain's Aqua Allegoria Forte Neurolia Vetiver. I mean, I am so happy with this fragrance. Like, I don't do top 10s. I don't do what are the best 3 fragrances in my collection. But like right now, I swear to you, if I had to just grab a fragrance and leave my house because my house is crumbling to the ground, like this is one of the fragrances I would grab, because every time I wear this, I am so happy. Like, I smell signature. I'm super clean. It's got that Guerlain pristine Frenchness about it. It's radiant, it's projective, it's got the sillage. I mean, it just checks all the boxes. Like when you put on a fragrance, everything you want from a fragrance, you want projection, you want sillage, you want to feel good, you want to feel expensive, you know, you want a mood lifter, a room changer. Like this has given me some of the most joy in wearing a fragrance in a while. I have been like, this is the fragrance that, despite having hundreds of bottles of fragrance, every week I have to wear this a couple of times. So good. Just smelling it off the atomizer is like a privilege. Matter of fact, screw it. Like, I just want it in the air. I mean, it's just everything you want in fragrance. Is Detour Noir the best latent clone? No. Lalique White and Black. What do you think of Tessar? From Tessar. What is it? Arpels and Van Cleef. Okay. It's. I know where you can get Tessar right now for really cheap, but if you're getting it online, it's dumb expensive. It's really a collector item. It's not anything you have to have, but it's a really nice collector piece. I love what Van Cleef does, and if you could snag it from an auction, definitely do it. I'm so glad that somebody brought up Chanel Edition Blanche. I smelled it in the airport this summer, and I can't stop thinking about getting a bottle. It's amazing. It's amazing. When you smell Edition Blanche, you're like, wow, I really liked Allure Sport. Really? Edition Blanche just has so much more personality. Green Irish Tweed. Okay. Woody Floral Musk. Musk Therapy. Bro, I might buy a bottle right now. I mean, dude, guys, like, genuinely, I hate to plug this, and this is honestly a great way to end the stream. But, like, guys, look over here, right? Like, can I zoom in? Like, I've got a full line of Rojas, Bortnikov, Floris, Initio, Nasamato, Designer Heaven, Vintage Heaven. Over here, same thing. You know, I've got scents, $300 a bottle, $300 a bottle, $200 bottles. You know, on the library, we have $1,000 bottles. Guys, just trust me when I say this to you. If you want one fragrance that literally, when you get it, it looks incredible on your shelf. Like, guys, like, what are we freaking talking about? Looks incredible on your shelf. The moment you put your nose to the atomizer, you'll go, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. And then you spray it. And then you wear it. And it just is the wafting on this is just like, it's mesmerizing. You know when you, I used to do this thing in high school where I would roll up to high school bumping music out of my windows. You know, I had the 212s in the trunk, and I used to love rolling up like I was a DJ or something, blasting music. I had the rims on the car. Thought I was so cool. Just trying to be nonchalant, blasting music, feeling like the man. Get out of the car, got the J's on, got the Bathing Ape hoodie. I'm really thinking I'm something, right? I'm on the basketball team, I'm playing football, I'm running track, I'm lifting weights, I'm doing it all, right? And I'm just really feeling myself. Stupidest thing ever, right? This fragrance, when you put it on, it will evoke such a confidence. You'll be walking around so happy you smell like this that you're like dumbfounded if people aren't just giving you compliments left and right, because you know when you walk in the room, you smell the best. Anyone wearing a fragrance, if I walk into the room smelling like this next to you, I'm gonna look classier, I'm gonna look richer. It's easy on the nose, so like it's got a very alluring brightness to it where it's like, oh my gosh, who the heck just walked in the room? Matter of fact, who the heck just left? Like if I walk in to go get a Starbucks and I scent trail this behind, everyone's doing this. Like, and so my point being is you have to get the Forte. That's the gold label. The Forte means EDP. You have to get the EDP. Do not get the EDT. I'm going to give you guys one more chance to screenshot this, and let me get out of all the lights. Screenshot it so that you get exactly what this says. Aqua Allegoria Forte. That's the most important part. Nerolia. Oh my gosh. And then, of course, my camera's tweaking. Nerolia vetiver from Guerlain. Now, I got this fragrance for 60. That was the lowest I found it. I found it for 60 for I think 100 or 125 ml. The highest you'll pay for this is like 80, 90. I would pay 200 for this. No question. I don't care if you can only find it for like 80, 90 bucks. If you buy this, this fragrance will bring so much joy to your life. And don't be scared of the word vetiver. Don't be scared of the word neroli. I'm not a neroli guy. I don't like neroli. I don't think it's that special. I think it gets overhyped. It is balanced to perfection in this fragrance. And it has a lot of neroli. It just adds this crazy amount of like a slightly thick, slightly airy, milky freshness. It doesn't smell like milk. I'm just talking the weight. Like it's got that radiant sillage weight to it of just like freshness. It's like you fell from heaven. It's got this like pillowy sweetness, and it's a slight sweetness. It's like 4 out of 10. And then the vetiver just adds this like class. It's not super earthy. It's not dirty. It's not dry. It's not hay. Super clean cut swag under this. And then here's the key part. Fig and fig leaf. The fig and fig leaf coat around the vetiver and neroli adds this like powdery, pillowy sweetness and modernness that literally makes it smell like so eternally youthful. Not juvenile, eternally youthful. It's like the perfect 25 or 30-year-old man in his prime that looks flawless. Like the kids want to be him. The older men are jealous because now they're old and hairy and got man breasts and can't look like that again. Like it is the best looking man on the planet type of fragrance. And it's not business perfect. You can wear it in business for sure. I would wear this to the office. This is the fragrance you're going to make an excuse to wear in any occasion. If you're under your hood fixing your car, if you just got out of the shower, if you're going for casual, you're going to put this fragrance on just to see how people react to it. You're going to go grocery shopping. Your wife's going to be like, why do you smell? Why are you doing all that right now? Why are you trying to smell like that? We're just going to get milk because I want to see how people are going to react to this fragrance. It just is like that. Everywhere you go with this fragrance, you are going to feel so raised up on another level compared to everybody else. This fragrance has been lifting me up lately for the last couple of months. I just think it's pound for pound one of the best fragrances I've ever put my nose on. And I'll leave it at that. I'll leave it at that. So you guys know it'll be a memoir. But I always have a rule where I cannot do a memoir on a fragrance unless I've had it for 6 months at least. But yeah, guys, let me consolidate it like this. I will never run out of Aqua Allegoria. I will always buy more. If I ever didn't have that fragrance in my collection, it would break my soul. I haven't smelled Driven, Corey. Have you ever tried Eau Intense Vetiver from Hermes? Yes. What up, world? Of course I've tried Eau Intense Vetiver. And again, let me just stress this. Like, back to the fact that it says neroli and vetiver in the name, guys. The best neroli you've ever smelled, and I hate neroli. Like, if you asked me, SB, what's a good neroli scent? I could only give you that one because I don't own any other fragrances that have neroli. I'm not a fan. Vetiver, guys, if you've been turned off by any vetiver, this is the best vetiver smell you've ever smelled. And it's not about vetiver. Like, the fragrance is not, vetiver is not the star of the show, but it is some of the best vetiver you've ever smelled in your life. The cleanest, the purest. Again, the fragrance, think fragrance from heaven. Like, it's got a very heavenly class, radiant, happy, puts a smile on your face, you know. And then again, it's about this kind of neroli fig feel, and the fig is not fruit fig. It's just adds sweetness. You're like, oh, there's fig in that. Oh, that's what's giving me the sweetness. It's just a sweetness, yo. Okay. With that being said, guys, I got to get out of here. Yeah, and I have tried wood neroli from Bulgari. I would not own a bottle of it, but it's not a bad fragrance. But just trust me on this, man. If you think that fragrance is good, because I've tried all the Bulgari from that line, the Rain Essence, I have Man in Black, the Glacial Essence, the Wood Neroli, all that. If you think any of that is good, this fragrance spanks it. Like, it's a joke, especially in performance. But anyways, guys, like, comment, subscribe. If you're new here, please, I beg of you, follow the channel. I drop so many videos every single day. We do these Q&As. I jump on here. We do entertainment, game shows. If you're new to the channel, use the playlist section of my videos. I divided all my videos up based off of reviews, game shows, collabs, all that. So it's really like a TV guide. And let me give you guys, matter of fact, let me give you guys a little bit of a secret before I get out of here. So here's the secret. SB is making his own Netflix. I'm going to say that one more time. I am making my own Netflix. So what you guys are going to be able to do if you're members, and I'm going to make it so affordable, but I have to charge because, guys, I'm doing stuff that's never been done before in the space. I got to be compensated for it. This cannot be for everyone. This has to be for people who are supporting me to be able to be creative enough to do this stuff that nobody's doing. When you make something free, you get people that are entitled, not grateful, and don't contribute to the community. I want to have a way for people to very easily contribute, but get so much in return. And basically the way I'm designing this membership tier is you will get infinitely more value than the price of admission for this membership tier, but I'm having my own Netflix. So basically there's going to be a ton of like exclusive content, like documentaries, interviews, event vlogging, and like digital products, like how to like the ebooks that I was telling you guys about. You can go into my Netflix with your own account and you'll be able to see all of my content like Netflix. Like you'll be able to go to fragrances, you'll be able to go to interviews, collabs, game show, and it'll have content that's not on the YouTube. And you could go in your room, you know, in your room or in your living room, pull up the app and watch the content, download the materials, and there will be a community group of like chatting, and like you'll be able to do consults with me and stuff. It literally will look like Netflix though when you go inside of it. Like you'll have a login and you'll have a freaking Netflix of content that is like just unique stuff you guys have never seen before. And that's just like a tiny piece of what I'm going to drop in 2026. Like I'm dude, I love manifesting stuff. And the only reason I'm even saying this to you guys, because I never talk unless I'm actually dropping something. But the reason I love this type of stuff is I love saying it to like a tiny group of people, because it's like normally people would make announcements like this to bigger groups and like try to make it a big thing. I want it to be so underground that when it drops, people are gonna be so jealous they haven't seen it. Like when we did the giveaway, guys, if you noticed, my giveaway only had like 30, 40 views, and there were less than 20 people in the giveaway. And we gave away like 20, 25 fragrances. But the next day, the giveaway video had 200 views. And I had a wall of texts of people messaging me, texting me. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I missed that giveaway. I can't believe you gave away that type of stuff. I can't believe I missed it. It looked like a movie. You had music, sound effects, people. Like, even when I showed it to Michael Paul from day 3, like his staff was tuned into that giveaway. You guys didn't even know. So like people who aren't super tapped in just miss out on all this dope stuff. And I love that, because I'm not trying to build a 100,000 plus community. Everybody you know that has all these 5,000, 10,000, 20,000, they don't know these people. These people get the same amount of comments as me in their video section. I don't care about how many people are on the channel. I just want to build this really exclusive community of people who actually are interactive and make the experience so dope for those people. And so that's why I'm giving you guys this announcement in this tiny channel, because I know it's like, I know I'm going to make it happen. I know I'm going to do something insanely dope. So I'm just rewarding the same 15, 20 people that come into my lives regularly, because you guys deserve the content. You guys deserve the drops. You guys deserve the exclusives. That's why I made my giveaway a little bit more complex, so only the people who are super invested into it with their attention could win, you know, and the people who won really deserved it. But 2026, I'm going to lay the new FragCom blueprint out. I'm going to show people how to do this FragCom thing. It's not about a flex. It's about, I've been watching FragCom for years and seeing people do the bare minimum. Tiny giveaways, no giveaways, no subscriber appreciation, no consistency. They don't drop a lot of content. They're not creative. They copy people. You know, they divide the community by clicking up and taking a crap on people. I'm shutting all that crap down in 2026. You know, for the people who thought I was just a clone guy, then they see me go to Cali and go to Hollywood Boulevard. For the people who thought, you know, I'm just a reviewer, and then see me write books. And then for people who didn't think I knew a lot about fragrance, and then I go on and do Q&As for 2 hours straight and don't break a sweat and barely touch a computer and answer a billion questions. For people who thought I just batch record videos and then I'm dropping 4 shorts a day and collabs and being on the community post. Like, everybody who thought whatever the heck they thought about me, all that's going out of the window, because I'm just here to work. I'm just here to work. When you look at my channel, you could never say SB is not working. And that's the difference I'm trying to show between channels is while everybody's clicking up and trying these and being inconsistent and being divisive, or being like just seasonal with it, like when they're hot and then they just ditch you guys for months and all that crap. I'm here every day posting more than everybody, being more creative, giving away more. I'm just gonna redefine what it means to do something with a YouTube channel. And I'm not doing it to get 100,000 subs. Like if I had a couple thousand subs that are just all super active, that's what I love about my community. Like we're about to hit 4K next week. I feel like I know all 4,000 of the people that sub to me. Like it's just a super active community. That's all I ever wanted, a super active community. We make a couple thousand people feel like 100,000 sub channel. That's what I'm going for, depth. Everybody that just comes by here when we do the giveaways and all that stuff, like I don't serve that community. So I make it a little bit difficult to get in. Yeah, we're gonna do a membership system. It's gonna be super affordable. We're gonna do a membership system. But for that, I'm gonna create some stuff you never freaking seen before. And y'all know I do these giveaways for free and all that stuff. Like, we don't even got to get into depth with it. But I wish everybody success. And I'm going to write the blueprint for these people to succeed in YouTube. And I'm going to show you you can succeed in YouTube because I've consistently grown this channel by just doing reviews and just sticking to my guns. So anyways, thank you guys so much for being here. Like I always tell you guys, my camera's going to shut off because I'm at 1%, but I would not do this Q&A if you guys weren't asking questions. So I thank you for asking questions. Put any last minute questions in the comment section below. Please follow if you haven't. You'll enjoy all the content, and stay tuned as we close out the year because I do have some exclusive content that I'm dropping for Christmas. So love you guys. Thank you so much, Joel. Thank you for moderating as usual. Love every single one of you guys. Have a blessed week and Merry Christmas.